Hey, everybody. It's time to swing with Still Swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. And today, family, we got Lapeef Network up. All right. And today on the Lapeef Network, this young lady seemed to have a problem with men who not the boss of what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can't respect somebody who just an employee and not ambitious and trying to become the boss. And that should be in her eyes, that should be a man's ultimate goal if he is to be anything to her.
So what I'm saying to you is, I think that having a trade is great. Do not get it twisted. There's no. I'm a promote having a trade, but if you're going to have a trade, you need to be the best. You need to be the person who people go to, not the person who's working under the person people go to. That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking? That's not realistic.
That's not
Everyone
realistic.
can't be a boss.
Listen,
everyone can't be a boss.
Can I please finish this? What I'm saying to you is, a lot of people are plumbers, but they're not a master plumber. Okay, those are the people who make.
What does that mean? What does that mean? That they're why? Okay, why does everybody have to?
Hold on, wait. We got to do one mic. I don't want us talking over each other. I want the audience to be able to hear what's being happening right now. Shan, I think they're asking you, what's the point that you're making when it comes to being a master plumber?
Because there's a such thing as being a tech and then actually being the plumber or the electrician. There are electrical techs that work under electricians, so they may call you out to the house, but there are things that he can't do because he's just not qualified to do it. But we do call him an electrician, but he's not going to get the same pay as an electrician.
Basically, if you ain't going to be the boss, so you can have more money for her to spend, then she can't respect you. Okay, you need to be trying to be the boss. Okay, because that will make her happy. Why she keep running her mouth and giving you all of this. All right, this is what you're going to get for being the boss. All of this mouth. All right, some woman who thinks she's supposed to be able to come to a man and tell him where he need to be. All right, but just don't try to tell her who she need to be. You need to accept her for who she is.
Honor of following somebody who is a plumber. He has guys who work under him. He gets great money, right? So when these guys came to my house, I thought that they were of the same as him, and they were not. He had to explain to me there are levels to it.
Okay, I think the question is, what's the point of you?
My point
with that.
My point is,
her point is, she want the one with the money.
Like trades. And I think that as a Black community, we can focus on trades, but we're not doing it the way that makes money, basically. That's the reason why we're low. We were talking about economically not where we need to be. Because if you're going to be a plumber, be the plumber. Be the master plumber.
Well, to counter that point.
Wait, hold on, Willie. So saying in that case, right, if you have a master plumber, then the master plumber owns the business.
Well, he's just the person.
Just hear me out.
Okay.
He then has to hire other plumbers to work for him in order to grow the business. That's how you make the economical change. If everyone is a master plumber, then most people aren't going to want to work underneath somebody else that when they're both master plumbers. The same way in education. Just as you may have a teacher's assistant, you need a teacher's assistant, right? The school needs teacher's assistants. So if
fair use, family, fair use,
where you are content with being a teacher assistant or just being a teacher, or if you want to go the next step and become a doctor so you can eventually become a principal, these are all separate stages that different people are going to achieve for. So I don't think that saying that, oh, well, because you stopped at this point makes you any less valuable than the master plumber.
I'm not saying
Bro, she ain't talking about none of that. All right. She ain't talking about none of that. What you talking about? She want to tap dance around the fact that you don't make enough money. Basic. That's all she's saying. Okay, she wouldn't give a damn what your job was there, what you the master of there. She want whoever here making the most money. So you need to be a boss so you could buy her some more hair. You need to be a boss, or she need to be able to keep screaming at you that you ain't doing enough. All right, some chick who think she should be able to run some man.
That's what it sounds like.
No,
That's
what
exactly
I'm
what
saying
it
to
sounds
you
like.
is when I'm talking to you, I see greatness in you. Why settle for the bottom when you can be at the top? So when I'm talking to black men, if you listen to me, if I'm talking to black men, I'm gonna
see if you got a job and you happy with who you are and you proud of yourself just the way you are. She trying to tell you there's something wrong with you. All right, you should be trying to make more money for her. What's wrong with you? Something must be wrong with you if you don't want to be what she needs you to be. But you need to accept her for who she is. You need to accept all of this that you getting up here right now and still come and believe in it, even though you can't. See, there's some chick who ain't doing much, fellas, but the man that you be doing the most, all right, she gonna be running her mouth. That's all the hell she gonna be doing, and keep trying to tell you you ain't enough. All right, she a problem, a rebel.
I'm going to always preach for you to be the best in the game. I don't want you to work for nobody else. I want you to own your own. I want you to be the master. If that's too much, you don't have to, but I'm a pump you up to. That's just how I do.
That's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. But in that same sense, I could say, Shan, you're a teacher. You're smart as fuck in what you do. You should write a book.
Bro, it is something wrong with that. And y'all need to stop telling them it's nothing wrong with that. So they can think it ain't nothing wrong with coming and trying to run a man and thinking he ain't good enough if he happy with who he is. All right, because some men don't want to be the boss. All right, some men don't want all that responsibility. They want to come to work, earn their pay, work hard, and go home. Some of them don't want to be here till 4 o'clock in the morning. Some of them ain't with all that. And he just fine. He just as valuable. He just as needed. He ain't no less. Who less is her? Who the last person you should be trying to appease is her. Some chick who ain't gonna never be grateful. All right, and who ain't gonna never think you deserve no respect. All right, and I don't care what you do. She ain't gonna think you deserve no respect. She thinks she above you, and I don't care what you do if you look like me.
Maybe you don't want to write a book. Are you now less of the best version of yourself because you don't want to write a book?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying if I'm with somebody, I'm going to want him to be the best that he can be, just like I will want him to want the best for me. So if I'm talking to you, whether you do it or not, if we're talking to everybody in the world, I'm going to say, look, you can do this. Don't you I want you to be the master plumber. I want you to be the master electrician. I see nothing wrong with that. Am I going to knock you because you're not? Absolutely not. But I'm going to sit here and try to motivate you.
That's what listen.
All right, so let Willie.
Not that I'm proud that you cared enough about this family to be a plumber and to go through all that waste and dump and all of that hell and high water so you could provide for me. That ain't enough. That ain't enough. I need you to make more money. All right? It ain't enough that he is who he is and that he do well for himself. All right? She just an anchor that need to be able to come to him and wear him down. Wear him down with her mouth. Wear him down with what she want. You ain't gonna never get no peace here, fellas. All right? She a terror to a man. All right? She everything that's wrong. All right? She everything that's wrong. all right, designed to destroy a man. All right, you go put some faith in her, you're gonna be sorry.
Keep 1 second and then we gotta.
That's literally what you just did. We
brought up a stat.
I promise you, I'll give you a chance to respond. This is what you just did. We have an employee shaming other men for not being employers. You are an employee saying that if black man, if you're not the master, then what are you doing? And then you're looking down on them based on exactly what you said. But to further disprove what you're saying, you said that women go to school for a bunch of health degrees, right? I think that's common sense. So then, according to your logic, we shouldn't respect CNAs because they're not nurses. We shouldn't.
Great point, my brother. Great point. No, listen, if it's a woman, it shouldn't matter. All right, if it's her, it shouldn't matter. Because I'm telling you, she ain't doing nothing. She an employee talking about she can't respect a man if he an employee. He need to go above and beyond the call of duty for her to get her attention. This nothing ass woman right here. Listen to the way she talking. She ain't about nothing.
Language you use, it shows how you really feel. There's nothing wrong with it. I think the only problem that I have personally is just stand on it. Because you're saying if that journeyman electrician isn't a master, then it takes 4 years. And every year you have to get 2,000 hours of experience. That's 8,000 hours of experience you have to become a master electrician or a plumber or anything, because you also disregarded the actual structure of how apprenticeships work. And again, so if a black man, why does he not want to be a master electrician? Cool. Just make sure you apply that logic to yourself. Because one of the things that it's like, it bothers me a lot when I see so many employees.
Again, fellas, it always comes down to the same thing. Always. The brother is arguing for the loyalty. It shouldn't matter. She arguing for the money, but she want to give you as much as her loyalty as she feel like giving you. She shouldn't have to give her loyalty to no plumber if he ain't the master plumber and own the plumbing company. She shouldn't have to give him her loyalty. And if your loyalty depend on this and depend on that, you don't have it. Because that man allegiance is going to be to you. His loyalty going to be to you through the storm. All right. Your loyalty to him depends on if he can be the boss. See, man, arguing for the loyalty. These ladies arguing for the money. And in return for everything you got, she going to give you how much of her loyalty she feel like giving you. And that's why, and they don't understand why they in the streets. All right. And why you won't just accept this and why y'all won't just still come and believe in this. Because, we said we ready to be married. Okay.
Logic to yourself. Because one of the things that it's like, it bothers me a lot when I see so many employees shaming other people for being okay with being employees.
I did not shame you. I just motivated
you can't shame me. This isn't personal to me at all.
Let me say it slow so you guys can understand.
No, don't say it slow. Just say it in a way that makes sense.
No, she get ready to tap dance around the fact that she all about the money. All right. And she don't give a damn about, she want to keep moving the goalposts, but keep coming back to the fact that a plumber not making enough money unless he can own the place. All right. That's basic. That's our logic, fellas. All right. You beating a dead horse. She ain't going to see it no other way. She's a rebel. All right. A rebel. And we don't give a damn about her cause. We don't give a damn about your cause.